Welcome to part 9 of I Charge Thee. And gonna jump on back into 1 Corinthians 11 verse 10. I do tell you and implore you to read all of the chapter, but I'm just for time's sake and so forth trying to cover certain parts at this time. Anyways, verse 10. For this cause ought the woman to have power over her head, because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman, gentlemen. But all things of God. Now here's the statement I gotta read. Jesus said, warn the unruly, and to tell the men. So listen up, men. Because thou hast treated thy wives so poorly, and haven't treated thy wives with love and respect, nor as one with thee. That means you're supposed to treat your wife like one, like she's part of you. And the way some of y'all treat your wives, I don't see you treating yourselves that way. You sure pamper yourselves a lot, but you sure ain't doing that with your wife. You talk down to her, you disrespect her, you backbite her, you put her down every chance you get. That's not loving your wives. Jesus doesn't do that to you. But hold on, now pay attention. Because you have done these things, and you have not treated her as one with thee, but has set her thyself in a high place above them, and cherished them not. Then when Jesus returns, he will set you apart. He's going to set you, gentlemen, apart from him, and he will divide to you as you have divided to them unfairly. You should have loved and cherished your other half. You should have treated them as one with you instead of acting set apart. Jesus never set himself above any. He sure did not. He came to this earth as a carpenter. Not a king, gentlemen. As a carpenter. He lowered himself down. And he took care of them. But y'all think if you take care of your wives when they're sick, let me tell you something. You took them for sickness and health. But you think if you take care of your wives while they're sick, you ought to be given some kind of trophy, a medal, a medallion. Well, honey, let's just put you right up there with President Trump and get you a golden statue. We'll let the masses adorn you, you little devils. Well, you can't be the big devil. He's on his way. And let me tell you, there ain't one of you going to be in heaven if you don't come out of this. You quit treating other people like they are beneath you, even your wives. Because they are not. No one is beneath you. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, acting like that. Getting back into this word, though. I don't want to get carried away too far. I told Jens all evening through these videos that I was going to read that statement he gave me, and I did. Now, as the bride of Christ, what measure you did meet to your wives is going to be met to you, gentlemen. I suggest you rectify that with whatever time is left. And you better pray that it's enough to get the king's attention, because he is not pleased with how some of y'all be treating your wives. He told you to love your wives and cherish it like he did the churches. Some of y'all be treating your wives set apart from you, and you won't even let them in. They supposed to be helping you with your ministry, and yet you pushing them out away from it. They don't even know what's going on. They as far from you as the east is from the west. This is not to be one with them. They supposed to be helping you carry the load. Yet you pushing them out, making them carry all the load of taking care of everything else while you just run off and do whatever you want to. That ain't how it works. And you're about to find out. Jesus is going to be giving you some lessons 101. Jesus takes care of his bride. That's why he's building her a room on his Father's house, after all. To spend time with her, not push her out to go do her own thing. He loves his wife. He cherishes her. He wants to spend time with her. He wants to do things with her. He wants to be with his wife and enjoy her company. That's what it is to be in a relationship, gentlemen. Ladies, the same goes for you about how you've been treating your husbands too. You ain't exactly been loving them completely, have you? Some of y'all should have been put out to pasture long ago with the way you've been frolicking around, wasting money. Throwing it out the door. Husband brings it in a teaspoon, you pack it out the back door in a wagon. Good lands almighty. Oh, but yeah, we got today where the roles is reversed. Even the women's bringing in the money today. That's why all the little children's running around helter-skelter doing whatever the heck they want to. Because they got no mama at home for guidance where she should be. No, nowadays it's teaching them to grab onto the American dream. The American dream was part of the distractions and the lies of Satan. Telling you to grab on and clumb on with all your hands. Now, while you've been busy doing all that there, laying treasures up here on earth, how many did you lay up in heaven? Don't lie. It makes me sick when you try to act like you're laying treasures up in heaven when you got a house full of garbage that proves otherwise. That's what I said. You was laying up stuff here. You weren't worried about Jesus. You always kept putting him last. Giving him your cane offerings at the end of every week, coming to church for a couple of hours, trying to hurry up and get out of there so you can get down to the restaurant to get you some McDonald's or something before it closed. Wanting the preacher to hurry up and shut up and sit down so you could hurry up and get down there and feed your gut. So you could put some more weight on that butt. Yeah, I'm going to put it where it lies because I'm talking to all y'all. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Putting God last so you could be gluttonous. Or so you could go to the show or the movies or wherever else you wanted to go. Couldn't even give God a couple little measly hours of your week. And a lot of time y'all just phoned it in and just stayed to the house or went and done whatever else you wanted to anyway and said, well, I'll just catch that on the replay. Yeah, that's what you was doing, catching it on the replay. Well, guess what? Jesus is going to say to y'all, when he set you on the left, depart from me, for I never knew you, you worker of iniquity. Remember, when he says that to you, how you always said, well, I don't have time to pray today. The Lord will understand. I don't have time to read scriptures today. The Lord will understand. Remember that. Because he doesn't have time for you today. But he'll understand. Let's get back into this word. There's a lot more to go. Verse 13. Judge in yourselves. Is it commonly? Now let's look at what commonly means. Proper. Is it commonly that a woman pray unto God uncovered? Doeth not even nature itself teach that if a man hath long hair, it is a shame unto him? But if a woman hath long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given for her covering. Now, don't you come at me with the next scriptures. I'm going to jump down here and I'm going to go ahead and hit that one so that you all know I'm not going to take no gump on this. But if any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God. Men, you bear contention on this and tell your wives that they can cut their glory off. You're going to stand before God for that, so you best not be bearing contention against God. And then telling your wife it's okay for her to go ahead and pray and prophesy or whatever else she got to do for the Lord, and her uncovered. You're going to split hell wide open. That's what you're going to do. Both of you. Best not bear no contention against the Lord about what his word says. Because it's a shame that the women want to look like men. Look at all this transgenderism we got going on in the world. It's no wonder all the children are confused because people have switched the roles. They don't want to be who they are. You don't want to be who God set you in the body to be. No, you want to lord over yourself. Well, it's my body, I'll do and I want to. Well, you go right on ahead and you'll do it right on into hell. You go right on ahead. Sons of perdition, daughters of perdition, because that's exactly what you are. Setting yourselves in the temple as God over everything that be godly. That's what you doing. That's exactly what you doing. And it's about time that you clean up the house of God. Got to get the sin out of the camp and get the fivefold ministry back in place where it's supposed to be. Paul didn't set that up for fun. What do you think? Why do you think he was running all around them trying to kill him and stuff all over the place? Because he was doing this because it was going against the order that they didn't want. It was going against the order of the NWO. The WEF was setting up and all that, even way back when. It went against the Great Harlot Church. And all her little harlot babies. I'll see you in the next part.